I'm just watching Giannis duck and dodge every time he has to make a stance on the defensive end.
NBA Twitter is straight up drama. There's nobody better suited to explain everyone's tweets than Kendrick Perkins himself. Without further ado, welcome to MasterPerk Theater.
What's going on, my good people? You know what time it is. Another episode of yours truly, MasterPerk Theater. Let's get started. First up, the king himself, LeBron James. Greatness. Appreciate it while you can, people. Hashtag KD. Hey, Bron, real talk. Appreciate greatness. Appreciate these players while you're able to watch them. We saw what KD did last night. But look, I'm so tired of hearing about, oh, LeBron James, he's not the best player in the world no more. Nobody gives a damn. I don't, and he damn sure don't. This is a guy that is going on his 19th season, 37 years old. You think he gives a damn about being the best player in the league? Really? Carry on. Next up, one of my favorite players, real talk, CJ McCollum. Bruh, first team all defense and ain't go check easy money. Thank you. I've been telling people about Giannis. They get fooled into these numbers and the way that he's able to cover ground. I don't care about that. He didn't guard Kevin Durant one time the other night. People think that I just pick on Giannis. No, that's not the case. I'm just watching Giannis duck and dodge every time he has to make a stance on the defensive end. Nobody trying to hear that. Thank you, CJ. And I'll be expecting a bottle of that wine, by the way. Carry on. Next up, the Hall of Famer, Reggie Miller. I'm just going to throw this out there to see what the responses will be. If you're Steve Nash in the Nets, would you sit James Harden and Kevin Durant in Game 6 because of the heavy minutes tonight and push all your chips to the center of the table for Game 7? This was one of the dumbest tweets I've ever seen, okay? And coming from a former champion, the one thing that you never want to do and the one thing that you always want to avoid is going to a Game 7. Reggie, with that take, I'm thinking if I took your brain and put it in a bird, the bird would just start flying backwards because that's how I felt about that tweet. It was just backwards as hell. Carry on. Next up, ESPN stats and info. Whatever. Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker missed out on an all-NBA team despite both averaging 25 points per game on a team with a top 2 record in the league. Then you vote a guy like Paul George in. Or you go and vote Kyrie Irving in, who just took off from work to go to a birthday party. And you know what? I've given up. If you want to vote for Kyle Korver, who's retired, if you want to vote for Duncan Robinson for Defensive Player of the Year, have it your way, okay? I'm just here to talk about after you put out these ridiculous all-NBA teams and you leave off Donovan Mitchell, you leave off Devin Booker, you leave off Russell Westbrook, Trae Young. Should I keep going? Carry on. And thanks for listening to another wonderful episode of MasterPerk Theater. Carry on.